Hi guys. Sorry I didn't post a video last weekend. I had my show last weekend and I was so wiped out. So I didn't want to film on Sunday. I was too tired. But here I am again. I am doing a set of coasters for a client and she wanted a pinwheel swipe. And the colors were very minimal colors. So this is the first one I did and I thought it came out so pretty. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Every time I do the pinwheel swipes, I change them just a little bit and adapt, and that's been my favorite one so far. So hopefully I can do it again 3 times. So hopefully you don't get bored with this, but I'm going to do 3 of them for you. So I'm putting down my black base, which is my color place I get at Walmart, onyx black, and this is a satin. So I'm just going to move it around a little bit, get it out to the edges. It's so much easier, I found, to make sure your edges are covered good before you, I forgot to tape these again. That's another thing I've learned. Tape your coasters and your trivets before you resin them. I mean, not only before you resin them, before you paint them, because when the paint gets on the back of the tile, it's really hard to get the tape and the resin off. So, much easier if there's no paint on the back of those. All right, I'm spinning that out. You want, a good thick base, but you don't want too much because we're going to be swiping. Whenever I swipe, I don't want an abundance on there. So just try to get everything covered and, a good amount of paint on there. Let's spin that out a little bit. All right. So I am using a copper. And this is a mixture of a couple arteza paints because I was out of copper. So I just made my own copper. I think it's something pearl marmalade and strawberry something, but it made a pretty copper. Okay, and then I've got my Decoart pearl. Just putting that on top. These have both been mixed with the bloom recipe, so I mixed them with my Glidden Premium and semigloss, I believe. I don't know where my can is, but I'll put the information down at the bottom. All right, and then I have a card that I cut to a smaller width. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the little bit wider end of it. I cut it kind of crooked, but... So I'm just dipping it into my cell activator, wiping off one side of it. And then you're kind of going to go kind of at an angle, but you're going to start in the center and then pull out. Those cells will come up. It just takes them a minute. And then you're just going to continue to go around, wiping off your card in between each time. Getting low on my cell activator. So I don't know if you guys remember a few videos ago, I did a big black and white base swipe. It was a 12 by 24, and it was purple, black and white, some teals. So I sold that piece and got it all boxed up and ready to go and sent it to her, and she never got it. I don't know about the post office these days, guys. I sent it USPS because it's less expensive. And I don't know. I'm thinking about just going with UPS because they have better prices than FedEx. But oh my gosh. So I had to redo it. I mean, she was gracious enough to let me redo it and not have to refund her money. And, you know, it's not the same, but it's really good. We're both happy, so that's all that matters, right? So anyhow, I had to redo that one today, so I'm a little low on black cell activator. All right, so there is number 2. I'm going to blow a little bit. And lightly in the center. All right, and then I'm going to pull in these centers here, where it's in between the swipes, I'm going to pull into the center. Very carefully, I'm using the thick end of my skewer. When you get to the center, lift up carefully, straight up and slow. That way you don't get ugly drips. Okay, you can see I'm really taking my time there. Pulling everything into the center. All right. And then I do this usually several times because you get, you know, quite a bit of puddle in the middle there. So glove off. This is my Fiona dip. You can see how much paint is in that center. So I will do it a couple more times, but let's give this a spin. Get some of that paint off of there. Let's go the other direction. Sorry about the noise. I've got some extra stuff here that's hanging. Maybe I'll just cut that off so it doesn't. I don't like that noise. Okay. When I'm watching a video, I don't like weird noise. So there you go. All right. Pretty, pretty. I don't want to spin off too many of the cells, and I want to leave some of the swooshes there. So that one is finished, and I'll give you a close-up when I put it over on the cup. So I want to dip. I'll probably dip that a couple more times just because there's still quite a bit of paint in the center. So let's get that one over to the cups. I hope she likes these. I sent her a picture of the first one and I have not heard back, so, but you know what? They're really pretty and I'm sure someone will like them. So, if she doesn't, I'll resin them anyway. All right, here we go. Number 3. And these are just white tiles I get at their little 4x4s. Get them at either Home Depot or Lowe's. They have a shiny surface, which makes it nice if you don't like what you did. It didn't dry nice. You can like slide the paint right off of there. It peels right off really nice. So, I hate to do that with my finger, my bare finger. Especially with black for some reason. I don't know. I'll do it all day long with white, but with the black, I just, it's like sticking your hands in mud or something. Don't like it. Okay. My show went really well, by the way. I had a really good time, met some really nice people, sold some stuff, so pretty happy with that. We'll be doing more. I'll bring my, I'm really fortunate because I can bring my stuff into the shop that I work at and sell some stuff there, so that makes it nice. Kind of have a built-in audience, and my owner is really great about that. So I will have leftover. I will bring it into the shop. Or I do have leftover, I should say. Okay, let's go with the copper again. I like that these come out. Every one of them comes out a little different. Same concept, a little different. All right, so I'll show you how I do this. I'm just dipping in my cup, and then I wipe the back just to save on my cell activator, and that's about how much I have on there. Okay, my puddle is moving, so let's get it back. Get it back where I need it before I start swiping. This swiping technique takes a little bit of practice because it's you're moving when you're doing it, so don't get discouraged if you can't do it, the first time out. It just takes a little bit of practice. I didn't get it like the first 3 times. I had the concept, but I couldn't get the swipe. So there you go. It's not always easy for us either. I think these kind of look like starfish too. I think I have too many tentacles on them for starfish, but tentacles or arms or yeah, whatever you want to call them. But I do think they look a little starfish-like. What do you guys think? Let me know in the description or the comments. And let me know if you'd like to see these again in maybe some different colors. I can do that. The first ones I did of these, I could not decide what to do with that middle. That middle was making me crazy. Because as you can see, when you're done swiping, it's kind of ugly. But I just worked my way through it, thought about all the tricks I had up my sleeve, and came up with the idea to use the skewer like I do my flowers. Just pull it back in. Just drop that on the floor. Now it's all hairy. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I need to do one more. One more. Just a baby one. Okay. That makes me happier. All right. I'm going to go back in with the skewer to the center. It also pulls some of that white back into your center, so it's not so dark in there. Remember, slow down when you get to that center and lift up carefully. It's really easy to drip paint because this house paint is so sticky. It's really easy to draw, to pull it back over your piece, and you definitely don't want to do that. All right, that's a pretty little one, isn't it? Good, you guys are good. Let's give it a spin. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Let's get that one, a little bit more paint off of there. All right, there is number 3. I try when I'm doing coasters to, even if it's just a practice run, if they come out good, then I do 4 of them. because otherwise you end up with a bunch of coasters that are just singles. So, wow, those are pretty. I'll definitely take you guys down and give you a close-up of all 4 of them together. Okay, so those sides covered. Make sure I've got enough paint on there. I'll go around too when I turn the camera off and make sure I got the sides all clean. All right, back to the copper. And this paint mixture is a mixture of my, like I said, the Glidden Premium house paint, the base 3. I put the paint, a little bit of paint in the bottom, pour the house paint over it, stir it up, see how thick it is, and then I add polycrylic to thin it. Because with the tube paints, they're thicker. They need to be thinned down a little bit. So if you're using just straight pigment, you can actually just do just the house paint. You don't need to add the polycrylic. It actually comes out better if you don't. Well, I should say with my mixture, it comes out better. So no need for the polycrylic because the pigments don't have a lot of body. Even if you add a little bit of tube paint, which I always do, almost always do, they're still on the thin side. So try to give a full swipe when you're doing that and curve at the same time. Going in at an angle and curve. It's almost like drawing a C. Well, it is like drawing a C with your swipe tool and your cell activator. My cell activator is my normal Oxide Black by Amsterdam with Australian Floetrol. I have done these with the American Floetrol and some of the wood conditioner or silicone even, and they come out really pretty too. They're just more bubbly. You get more bubbles out of them, but they are pretty that way too. So you can see there how that center would have driven me crazy, right? Because it's so ugly. It makes such a huge difference when you pull it in. I think the first person I ever watched do that was Scott Alexander, who I don't see anymore making videos. I'm sad, but he was brilliant. He taught me a lot when it came to flowers and centers and he likes to swirl the center, so you can do that too. All right. Fourth and final one. Let's give it a dip. See how I let that paint just drip off my finger? And when it's gone, then I move my finger. That's the best way. All right, let's give it a spin. I gave her the option of doing these with a white background also. So I may try that. I think I have one coaster left. But if she likes that, then I'm going to have to go buy more coasters. I need to buy more coasters anyway, probably. That was a cute little center, that dip there. All right, so that's number 4. I'm going to get that over there, and then I'll give you guys a close-up of what they all look like together. And I'll show you this one too. All right, let me put that over there. Wipe my hands off so I can pause the camera, or turn it off actually, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. That white looks a little pink under the light for some reason, but it's not, it's white. And that pearl and the copper will be really sparkly and shiny when they dry. And get some resin in them, on them. All right, guys, so there they are, 4 of them together. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.